Hello boys and girls, welcome to the new episode where I go and look at potential summer signings for Arsenal. Realistic signings, not the ones, where we're going to start talking about Ronaldo's, Messi's, etc. This is episode 8. Now, if you've been watching all the episodes already, you'll know that I've concentrated a lot on the defence. There's been some wingers in there, and I'm now going to turn my attention to the centre of midfield because, of course, Aaron Ramsey is leaving Arsenal. It was his farewell at the Emirates at the weekend against Brighton. Sadly, he cannot play for us anymore because of his injury that he picked up a few weeks ago. But we are going to need to replace him. Now, a lot of people are throwing around a lot of names. Some of the players like Banega that Unai Emery has worked with before. Of course, there was Denis Suarez, who was on loan from Barcelona. I don't think that's worked out or is going to be given any more, chance next season or anything like that. So the name that I'm actually looking at and I'm throwing in the hat is Leicester's James Maddison. It's a name that everyone's been talking around a year or so about. There's going to be a lot of clubs interested, let's be honest about it, because he's a very, very good player and he's showing this season especially that he can handle himself in the Premier League. Signed from Norwich City for around about the £20 million mark. He's probably going to be double that, to be quite honest with you, if you want to prize him away from Leicester. 40 to 50 million pounds, given the fact that, he's 22 years old. He's got a long contract until 2023. And he's one of Leicester's main players. So it's not going to be easy. And with the likes of Manchester United, even Spurs, being mentioned and everything else, there will be some competition. Now, one of the issues with Arsenal is that they have a very unbalanced and ageing squad. And that is something that I'm hearing the club want to rectify. They want to bring in younger players on bigger contracts who have a resale value. That if they decide they want to sell or a club come in and they really want them, they're going to have to pay top money. You look at Liverpool with the Philippe Coutinho scenario. They sold him for well over £100 million. They didn't want to let him go, but they had to. And out of that, they were able to go and buy the likes of Virgil van Dijk. There's a reason why they're challenging for the title. The reason why they've been in 2 semi-finals of the Champions League for 2 years running. Because they were able to use the money and spend it. The issue we had was that Alexis Sanchez, for example, he was our main player. We let his contract run down. We couldn't get any money for him. And we ended up swapping him for Henrik Mkhitaryan, which is just as bad when you look at how Alexis is doing at Man United. I don't know who's got the better deal out of that one. But yeah, James Maddison, very, very interesting player. Got to see him at first hand as well a couple of weeks ago when Leicester beat Arsenal. I'm not happy with his theatrics in getting Maitland-Niles sent off, I will say that. But he's a quality player. And I feel that he plays a little bit maybe advanced than Ramsey, more of a number 10 than a box-to-box. But I'm going to compare their statistics. I think that will be a good comparison so we can kind of look at and see what each brings, basically. Like I said, it's going to cost a bit of money, but this is a player that I would like to see at Arsenal, that's for sure. In terms of appearances, James Maddison, 35, Aaron Ramsey, 28. This is the Premier League, by the way. No Europe Cup and anything else, so it's just Premier League appearances. Maddison has 7 goals, Aaron Ramsey has 4. Maddison has 7 assists, Aaron Ramsey has 6. So yeah, in terms of yellow cards, Maddison's got 3, Aaron Ramsey's got none. So and he's also got a red card, Maddison, so maybe he's got a bit of a nasty streak within him, and Ramsey's pretty much a nice guy, shall we say. You're looking at minutes per goal, 395 for Maddison in comparison to Aaron Ramsey's 332. Shots on goal. Now this is quite an interesting one. Maddison has had 82 shots on goal, whereas Aaron Ramsey has only had 33. Shots on target, Maddison 28 in comparison to 13 from Aaron Ramsey. Shots off target, 31 in comparison to Ramsey's 9. So it shows that Maddison does like to get forward. He does like to get his shots away. Shooting accuracy 47.46 from Maddison, whereas Aaron Ramsey's 59.09. Success rate with the shooting, Maddison 8.54, where Aaron Ramsey is 12.12. So Aaron Ramsey's a lot stronger with his accuracy and the success rate. But it's very clear that Maddison does like to get in and around that area, and he does like to shoot. He's also won a couple of penalties, whereas Aaron Ramsey's won none. He's also won 3 free kicks, where Aaron Ramsey's not won any. I'm looking at goals inside the box. He's got 3, where Aaron Ramsey's got 4. So it's very evident that Aaron Ramsey, you know what he's like. He's that player that turns up late inside the box and everything else. Maddison, outside the box, he scored 4 goals, and Aaron Ramsey scored none. So he does like to hit from distance. So big chances created as well. Maddison's created 5, whereas Aaron Ramsey's created 2. In terms of their overall team play, like I said, assists was 7 to Maddison, 6 to Aaron Ramsey. Big chances created, this is very interesting, 13 from James Maddison, whereas only 2 from Aaron Ramsey. Passes, 1,383 from Maddison and only 773 from Aaron Ramsey. So it's very key and evident that James Maddison likes to pass the ball around. The pass completion from Maddison is very, very good, 83.7%, and Aaron Ramsey's 82. So pretty close in the comparisons there. Passes forward. Now this is very, very key for me, because one of the biggest problems we've had is sideways crap. James Maddison's passed it forward 392 times. Aaron Ramsey 201. Passes backwards, there's only a couple of hundred in there from Maddison. 148 from Aaron Ramsey. Touches, 2,057 from Maddison. Only 1,029 from Ramsey. So he likes to get the ball, very comfortable. In terms of through balls, 22 from James Maddison, only 5 from Aaron Ramsey. And crosses, this is very key as well. I know that Maddison does take free kicks and whatnot, but 201 crosses from Maddison in comparison to Aaron Ramsey's 15. That's a massive comparison. That's huge. And like I said, he's played 35 games in comparison to Aaron Ramsey's 28. In terms of the minutes played, Maddison's played 2,764 minutes. Aaron Ramsey's only played 1,328 minutes. He started 34 of the 35 matches he's been involved in. Aaron Ramsey has only started 14 of the 28 he's been involved in. So 14 of those he's been sub as well. Maddison has been subbed off 18 times this season, Aaron Ramsey 10. And this is a key stat as well. Distance run. Now we know that Aaron Ramsey's got an unbelievable engine. He runs for days. But James Maddison, distance covered in kilometres is 327.02. Aaron Ramsey just 179.80. Distance per match. James Maddison 9.34 kilometres per match, whereas Aaron Ramsey is 6.42. So that's a very interesting stat, to be quite honest with you. Looking at the comparisons there, and James Maddison's clearly had a very, very good season. Like I said, he does kind of play a little bit more forward in comparison to Aaron Ramsey. But I think that if we could get this guy, it could be a big addition to the side. 22 years old, he's only going to get better. His price tag's only going to grow. How will he handle things at a big club? That is a question you do need to ask. Would he like to stay at Leicester for a few more years and develop and grow? Or is he ready for that move? Does he want to go to a big side? I think what might be key as well is Champions League football. If Arsenal do get Champions League football, then that's something that they can lay on the table to Maddison. Would he like to play Champions League football? I'm pretty sure he would. If we're going up against the likes of Spurs, Chelsea, Manchester United, it's going to be very difficult, especially Chelsea and Spurs if they've got Champions League football. Manchester United, of course, have got Europa League football next season. But we still are undecided. We've got a way out of it yet if we win the Europa League. So it's so key what happens to us in terms of the transfer market and who we buy, based on whether we're going to be in the Champions League or the Europa. And that's not just down to the money side of things, it's down to the appeal and where players want to go and play. So yeah, as usual, let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you think that James Maddison could be a great addition for Arsenal? Do you think that that could be the perfect replacement for Aaron Ramsey? You've got to remember as well, he would have no time to adapt in the Premier League. He already knows the league. There would be none of that adaptation or anything else. So he's good to go, basically. And like I said, I can see this being a great signing. I know it's going to cost a lot of money, and there's all this talk that we've only got 40, 50, 60 million pounds. And it's a huge chunk, and there's other areas that we do need strengthening, like on the wing and, you know, centrally and stuff like that. But I just feel that if we're going to rebuild and we're going to grow and we're going to become a side that challenges and, you know, puts more of a fight up, then they're the kind of players that we may need to go for. Very, very good player. And I think he could be a very good replacement for Aaron Ramsey. But like I said, let me know in the comment section whether you agree or disagree. So that is it for episode 8. There's going to be a lot more of these episodes coming with the season about to finish. There's more wingers, more defenders, more midfielders. And there's also going to be a goalkeeper in there. So yeah, watch out for them ones. I'm off to Valencia this week. Tomorrow, actually, I'm flying out there. So there'll be a preview to that game. Huge game. Massive. That game. The season relies on it now, doesn't it? It's that simple. So listen, until the preview, then the matchday vlog, then the player ratings. I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.